You know, I work by myself so much that I just figure out how to get things done. I need to spray the goat heads on my driveway, so I strap my backpack sprayer to the passenger seat. That way I can pump it up and drive down the driveway and spray the goat heads. I don't mind walking the driveway, but it's been so stinking hot. It was so hot, the other day I saw a dog chasing a cat and they were both walking. Yeah, you've heard that before. I know.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rods. My name's Baylon Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel.
All right, guys, I don't expect you to watch me spray weeds, so I'll continue on here and finish up this little project, and then I'll join you later. In the meantime, y'all can go ahead and start the video. I don't know what it's going to be yet because I haven't made it yet, but it'll be something. I think we're going to take a look at Cousin Baylon's rat rod, and then we're going to say goodbye to another dear old friend. Yeah. Okay, I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Thanks for being here. Well, we are at an undisclosed location somewhere in the Midwest in the United States, and Cousin Baylon Wire here is going to show me his rat rod. If he can figure out how to make the phone unlock the door. People used to use a key. You just grab it off your keychain and stick it in there. But see how this technology has improved things? There we go. Look at that. Got a little camber going on there, huh?
Yeah, it's bagged.
Yeah.
It's a 72 frame from about the back of the cab to here. The cradle and front suspension is an 82 1-ton.
Oh, wow.
And then the back of it is all custom built by me.
All right. Oh, yeah, you got your 4-link set up. And the cab's 46?
And the cab is a 46, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it was actually, I got it from a sale, and it was titled as a 46.
Oh, that's right.
But it's actually, it was built sometime in 45. See this weld here, how it's not finished?
Yes.
Yeah, and it did not have an ounce of chrome on it at all.
Built during the war.
It was built during the war, yeah.
Oh, well, that's cool. You got that unique, what transmission you running?
I mean, it's 4-speed, a truck 4-speed.
Truck 4-speed, okay.
Yeah. And I've got a 55 Bel Air dash that I'm going to integrate in here, and that's the dash I'm going to use. Is
all right.
55 Bel Air.
Right. Yeah, that's a little different front end than what I got. My bag system's a little different than that.
Yeah, I built all that out of the A-arms.
Yeah.
And I made me a plate to go up here to bolt them. And then I cut out kind of like you did and sunk it down inside the A-arm.
Yep.
And then I put a plate on the bottom side of the A-arm. And it just bolted it to it.
Boy, they flatten out. The bags really flatten down.
Yeah, they do. Those are Speedway bags.
Okay.
I got those from Speedway.
Yeah.
And the bags on the back, I mean, I custom built that whole system back there.
Yeah, wow, that looks good. That always watch link and the whole deal.
And those airbags are actually for a drop axle on a big truck.
What we got here? We got two 67 to 72.
That's a 72 cab, and that's a 69 cab back here.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I'm anxious to see you get moving on this.
I am too. I need to be, after being at Good Guys over the weekend, I'm ready to get back on it.
Well, the rat rods, that's where it's at, man.
That's right. That's where that fun's at.
Rat rods and old beaters and fire trucks.
That's right.
That was the most popular stuff there. What we got here, Tony?
This is the fuel tank setup that I'm going to put on the back
Oh,
of this
yeah,
rat
yeah.
rod.
Okay, that's right. I
Yeah.
remember you talking about that.
Yeah, there's one there,
Gonna
and
make
there's
a-
one there, and then this is the back of it where it's got the doors.
Yeah.
Where you open up. Back in the day, they would open up the doors and there'd be reels there, and that would where they would pull the reels to fuel up. But all this is going to go on the back of that rat rod.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
gonna be
that's
a
right.
A
Fuel
truck.
delivery truck.
Fuel
Yeah.
delivery truck. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm going to build it into.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
And here's another portion of that.
Yeah, another portion of that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad I got to see this. Wow. That's 36 or so?
34.
34.
Mm-hmm.
Man. It's the original engine?
It was redone in the 60s.
Original engine?
Yeah, original engine.
Yep. So that's still going to be...
It's a little flat four. Well, 4-cylinder. No, sorry, 6-cylinder.
Yeah, that's...
That'd be a 216, wouldn't it?
No, not in 34. Not till 37. That's
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks like a 216. Yeah, it does.
But this was my brother-in-law's dad's, and he had it for years and years. Redid it in the early 60s. And
I thought the 216 came out in 37. You think somebody put that in there? Because see, my Rockabilly's got the 194.
194.
First generation. That's not the first generation 6-cylinder. But I think you're right. That's a 216.
And they may have put it in there in the 60s.
I think they did.
Yeah.
I think they did. This because that came. I'm pretty sure the 216 came out in 37. That's awesome. Which would be a huge upgrade for this thing, you know. Look at that. Oh, I love that spare tire. Right?
Jason's really the caretaker of it.
Uh-huh.
We've been talking about getting it going
Yeah.
and driving it around.
Absolutely.
But it was, like I said, it was restored in the early 60s.
Yeah. That's got a different rear end in it too, don't it? Later.
It may have a later rear end in it, yeah.
I think so.
There's the original wheels for it.
Mm-hmm. See, that's what these I've got some of these hubcaps, and that's what I got those wheels. I wanted to run some spoked wheels, but I had two of them laying on my tailgate. I'd been doing something with them, and I forgot the tailgate was down. I went to town, and I lost one of them. So somewhere in Wenatchee, there's a 32 Chevy spoke wheel for yard art.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, looks good, Jason. Okay, guys, on my last video, some people pointed out in the comments that there were some issues with the audio, and when I watched it back, I could tell there was, and I finally just took the video down because that's just not what I'm trying to do here. But there's one portion of that video that I really want to include, and that's when I met Bob, the owner of the other V12. Very unlikely that I'll ever meet anyone else that has one. So it was so good to visit with him. I just really wanted to include that little clip here. So just bear with me on the audio. I know it's rough. Well, I finally got to meet up with Bob and found out he lives in Wisconsin, and we exchanged emails and phone numbers and had a real good visit. Probably about an hour and a half. I know we were late getting out of that car show because we met up with this guy, and he wanted to see that V8, the GMC V8, and I wanted to talk to him about how he did some things. And when I first showed him a picture of mine, he said, "Why did you stretch it?" And I said, "Well, because that's how I wanted it." And he just busted out laughing. He said, "That's exactly right. We do this stuff because we can," he said. So this is his setup, and it's a 3/4 ton GMC, just exactly like Jimmy Hoffa. I mean, it's not the same year, but it's the same setup, 3/4 ton, and he shortened the bed and then lengthened
the hood and fenders on his. That's how he did it. But the frame, overall length of the frame and the wheelbase is still the same. You know, when a couple of old gearheads get together, it don't take long to get down to business. We were looking underneath this thing. He was showing me his oil cooler setup. So that was interesting. I really took a lot of notes when I was checking out his rig. I had a good picture of the three of us standing by rigs. I was by Jimmy Hoffa and Baylon by the fire truck, of course, and Bob by his V12. That's the 305 V6 and the 637 V8 and the 702 V12. Up together. I don't remember when he built this truck. I'll have to ask Baylon. He might remember, but I know he drives this thing all over the country. He takes this thing to shows everywhere. Since he's built this truck, he's put over 16,000 miles on it. So it's no trailer queen. Boy, he drives it. And I really appreciate that. Anyway, it was really good to hook up with Bob and get acquainted with him and get to talk to him about how he had done a lot of things on this truck. It was really interesting.
And we've got Dennis and Carl here, and they drove from Connecticut, 3,000 miles with this truck and trailer, and they're going to take a rig home with them. He wanted it bad, apparently. To go a little further.
Go a little further, Carl. Go further up.
There you go. I'll let them work that out. I don't need to be in the middle of that. Friends were over here picking up a rig one time. She said, "Do you want to direct him? You want to guide him back to that trailer and save our marriage?" I go, "Okay." Anyway, well, we'll get him lined up, setting up here, and then I'll take the tractor and get old Fred lined up, situated, and then we'll winch him on. Oh yeah, no problem. Very nice trailer.
Make sure that the strap stays around the axle. What do you think this truck weighs? I have no idea. Got it neutral? Overheats, it shuts off.
Be a lot easier with the snatch block.
You want to let it back down?
Barely on the other side with the duals. Barely on the trailer with the duals on the other side.
Oh, that one is moving the top. We're going back, Dennis. Okay, so cut the wheel that way. Even with the edge?
Well, I don't think so. I think we need to go back further.
Okay. Yeah, straighten it out, Dennis. I want you rolling off the side. Straighten it out. No, the other way. So cut the wheel that way. Yep. That's good. That's good. That's good. I'll get the last one over that way. Okay, now straighten it out. Turn it a little straighter, Dash. You're gonna go off the edge. Turn it. Are the back wheels on? Can we tip it up?
Back's on. Now, we don't want it to run away, so let me get it locked.
Okay, Dennis, we're good. We're gonna check the weight on the tongue and stuff. Yeah, Mike's over here. Mike's over here. Should have, I got more in there. You swing this all the way side to side, you can punch through it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put the binder on one side, but loop the chain over somewhere and come over there. Over the bumper. Oh, you're gonna use two chains?
Yeah, I was gonna do two in the front, two in the back.
Okay.
I think it's one, like I said, one across the back. The long one.
I would go on this side of the
Spring.
spring, and over on the other side of that spring, go forward. It would be just like this.
Yeah. To the longer chain.
If you wanna use one chain.
Well, yeah. What? More chain where? Yeah, in that puppy.
And there goes Fred. Goodbye, old friend. Old Fred's been my buddy since 1972. Him and his family mean a whole lot to me. But this guy's been after me for 10 years, wanting to buy that truck. And I know he's going to give it a good home. He's going to go through that thing and restore it. He wants it so him and his wife can drive it to car shows. Or swing out a little there, Dennis. Cutting the corners a little tight. Well, Dennis, I'm hoping you didn't bring a knife to a gunfight. That truck's got a little V6 in it. I don't know, man. I told him when he gets over to Montana, he probably stop and trade that thing in for a diesel. he's hugging that bank, boy. They don't have driveways like this in Massachusetts or Connecticut. His buddy's Carl's from Massachusetts. Dennis lived in Connecticut. You're in the ditch, Dennis. You're in the ditch, man. That's all right. At least he ain't gonna go over the bank. But at the time of editing, it's 4 days later. And Dennis called me today, and he was 600 miles from home. So he'll be home tomorrow night. Good deal. Well, he's a happy man, and I'm happy for him and happy for Fred, because he's going to have a better life than what I'm giving him. And if I cannot be a good steward to these vehicles, I don't deserve to have them. So I've got to try and get this herd thinned down to where I can maintain it. It's expensive to try and keep all these rigs up. I can't. Everything I got needs something. Swing wide, Dennis, swing wide. Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. Go for it. Bye, Fred. We're going out to dinner. I'll have to give Fred a hug before they leave. Okay, guys, we'll see you soon right back here on Baylon Wires Old Iron, and I sure do appreciate you.